Well, I can't begin to tell you how happy I am for our team, our seniors, to get a chance to work with them more and continue this season is an incredible opportunity. They were really excited about playing today, and they were also really excited to get back out and show that they could play better than we did offensively against Belmont. And I thought we played fearlessly. I thought we took shots, and it was really nice to get Laren attacking and have some things happen for her. She had an incredible first half. But that is a very, very talented and experienced team that we beat. We competed on the boards well enough to win against a team that's second in the nation in rebounding margin and just absolutely dominates opponents at times with second chance points and rebounds. We stopped a premier player in this country at the 4 position in Plouffe and really made her work and have a tough night. But we knew that team wasn't going to go away. Katie Young's the other outstanding senior on that team, and it's no fluke that they made those threes down the stretch and had a chance to win because they never quit fighting in every game you watch on film. But really excited. 2 years ago, 6 wins, and now we're going to the 3rd round of the WNIT, and can't be happier about that. I know the WNIT doesn't call it the Sweet 16, but we're the first team to advance in a tournament that has 16 teams left in the country. So it's a big step for our program. Put in perspective of what 20 wins means to this program. There is now only 4 teams in the history of Indiana women's basketball that have won more games than this team, and I'm proud of that. And each one of those 4 only have won 21. So it's a huge milestone for a program to win 20 games, and I'm proud to be a part of this team, and I'm proud the seniors are a part of it because they've given us everything.
Coach, what do you learn from your team from this win today?
They were tough, but they liked some dramatics. Like I asked them, could we have made that a little easier? But we challenged them, and Simone DeLoach rebounded and competed. She heard for 24 hours how good this team was rebounding, how physical this team was, and she competed. Tabitha played hard and really dedicated herself to the defensive end of really guarding Plouffe, and sacrificed some probably offensive opportunities because she really worked hard at the defensive end. And our freshmen, I mean, I kept telling Taylor, I don't care if you haven't scored. I don't care if you haven't made a basket. You are going to make a huge one. And she did. And she fought off, she'll have a big-time black eye tomorrow. And she fought off that, kind of bruise and injury and made a big basket. So they're starting to show toughness that I'm not sure we had in November. And I'm really proud of them.
Coach, what are you thinking when you guys have that 22-point lead that you open up in the first half, and how do you try to keep the team focused?
We kept on talking about 4-minute battles. We kept on talking about their runs, and we showed them film of 4-minute stretches where they scored 15 points in 4 minutes. We showed them a stretch where they scored 20 points in one 4-minute stretch against a very good team. And so we talked about how explosive they are, and we wanted them to go 2 by 2 by 2 because that's a big way to come back was those threes, and they got those threes late. You can see how explosive they can be. But we kept talking. They were going to make runs. And we had to try to stop those runs.
Alexis makes, that big steal at the end of the Belmont game and then the rebound and free throws tonight. How have you seen her mature, as the season's gone along? Or is that something that's just kind of within her? Is that kind of maturity late in games?
She is the most even-keeled player that maybe I've ever coached, and she never seems to get bothered by the moment. But a lot of the credit goes to her. She has put more time in than any other player on foul shots. She works constantly with my coaching staff outside of practice time to become a better foul shooter. And so those were big foul shots for her. The other story within the story tonight is her and Brooklyn Pomeroy were a great 1-2 combination in high school. It came down to Marquette and us for Alexis Gassian, and she picked us. So, there's some pride going against a team you almost went to. There's pride going against a high school teammate, two very, very talented players. And so, I'm really happy for Lex that she makes those big foul shots and makes plays down the stretch, because Brooklyn really is a talented player for Marquette.
I guess for a player like Sasha Chapman.
Absolutely. And what I'm more happy than anything about Sasha is she was a starter for almost all non-conference, or all of non-conference. She had an incredible non-conference. Simone got rewarded because she's a better rebounder and a more physical defender. And Sasha's never tried to grab allies and feel sorry for herself that her minutes are down. She's never divided the locker room. She's never even walked in my office and complained that, "Coach, I want more playing time." She desires it, but she goes to work every day and she plays the minutes that I call her number. And she still is very, very valuable for us offensively. And what a team player. Adversity hit her throughout her career for 6 years. Now a coach has changed gears midway through the season, and her role's changed. And the champion that Sasha Chaplin still is never complained. And our freshmen would not have handled it as well as Sasha. And so I hope it's a learning lesson somewhere down the line of, the type of champion kids that we have in that senior class, and the adversity they've had throughout their career, that Andrea Neubauer has had players come in and beat her out after being a starter early in her career. Sasha Chaplin is now not playing the minutes she once was, and all they care about is team results. Okay?
Just how big was, or how big has it been for the freshman class? They've already got 2 postseason games under their belt in just their first year with the program.
Well, huge, and I tell them, don't take it for granted. We try not to talk about next year too much, but they know Maryland's coming. They know Rutgers is coming. They know what next year is going to be like, and there's no guarantees. Postseason is hard, and postseason wins are even harder. So I'm trying to tell them to live in the moment and really enjoy this. And they're having fun, and they just want to play games right now. That's the only thing that I want to change a little bit with this freshman class, is we got to practice. But they want to play games. And so they're hoping we're rewarded with another home game. Our crowd was great tonight. We don't win again without that crowd. It's amazing. Their support, they were loud. They were into it at the end of the game. And I really feel something brewing. And I hope if we keep having the opportunity to win, to keep having home games, that this fan base keeps growing and growing. I'm telling you, if some of the first timers will come out and give this team a shot, they'll come back. Indiana loves basketball, and we're giving them good basketball right now. So I hope we keep getting more and more.
Follow up on that. How much do you use kind of this template, especially playing the Thursday, Saturday format, as kind of preparation for hopefully where I'm sure you want to be in the future?
Absolutely. We have been good and poor on one-day preps. And this was a one-day prep, and we threw a lot at them in the 24 hours to get ready for this game, and they handled it. We did not handle a one-day prep early in the year against Purdue very well, but we did against Minnesota. And so we're learning. We're learning with this amount of games that we have to play in a condensed season in non-conference, and then sometimes the hand that's dealt in conference play. You have to win on some one-day preps, and you have to in the tournament. If we're gonna, we're over in my career right now in the Big Ten tournament. You have to win in quick turnarounds, and hopefully this will keep, being a good teaching point for us for the Big Ten tournaments in the future also.
Just the best crowd that you've coached in front of here in Indiana?
Loudest, and certainly not the biggest. I still think we got big ones in us, but certainly the loudest, and really willed us to the end there. That's a very scary finish. We were going to foul intentionally on the out-of-bounds play, but we wanted to take a little bit more time off the clock. But we fouled, and it was a good thing because they got it to Plouffe. We wanted someone else to have to score that last basket other than Plouffe, and fortunately, we got a miss and we got a big rebound.
I guess just how big was, Lauren's 33 tonight, and just how does that, help the team going forward?
Well, it's big credit to her that she was aggressive and she hunted for shots. I thought she was tentative against Belmont, and we told her she could have had a Virginia Tech type of night against Belmont, and I didn't see the swagger, but I saw it today in shoot around. She was really making shots in shoot around, and when we got her off to that start, like it was, I looked down at the stat sheet and went, oh my gosh, she has 16 points, and it didn't feel like we were very far into the game. And then all of a sudden she had 20, I think, by halftime. So she put us on her back. We thought we could get penetration, but I thought she was going to have a big assist night. But she was getting such good penetration that she was getting to the rim. And she hadn't got to the rim against some Big Ten teams like that for a while. So it was really good to see.